Over the past few years, with the game being constantly updated, Mojang has been doing an event called the Mob Vote. The way it goes is that players vote on which one out of 3 mobs should be added to the game. Thanks to the Mob Vote, we get to see mobs such as the Glow Squid, the Sniffer, or the Phantoms. However, the problem with choosing just one mob is that the other 2 never see the light of day. So today, I decided to change that by adding a mod that re-adds most of the rejected mobs. And the objective is to capture every single one of them and build them a special cage. So first of all, it would be cool to find a village or something. Thing is, I spawned in a biome that doesn't really have many of those. So instead of looking for a village, let's maybe check out that thing. Maybe we'll find some iron or just something useful in there. As you can see, there's 4 iron ingots and a saddle in here, which might be useful. And I'm pretty sure if I dig in right here, yeah, here it is. There's a chest in here with even more iron, some bones and some gold. After getting some melons, I decided to mine some iron and go looking for a place where I could find a village. So it seems like I didn't really have to go too far out because I see some land over here. Wait, are you seeing what I'm seeing? This guy might have been in one of the more recent mob votes. I might be wrong though, but I think that's the case. But anyway, from what I've heard, if we place a block like so, it would also be nice if you freaking cooperated. Oh, there we go. That's what I meant. Look at him go. So now I just gotta get a little lucky. And oh, would you look at that? I got lucky. And as you can see, there's like a structure over there. And I hear you asking, what could that possibly be? And to be honest with you, I don't really know either. But as you can see, here we've got another mob that got rejected in a mob vote. And that mob is the copper golem. And as you can see though, these 2 seem to have been oxidized or whatever it's called. Okay, honestly, I wasn't sure if that was gonna work, but if we use our axe on one of these, we can bring it back to normal. And if I'm correct, this guy really likes pressing buttons. Right now, he's just looking at his friend, but oh, here we go, look at that. This guy really likes pressing buttons, okay? So right now, I'm just gonna let you be free. I'll even fix up your friend. So now, let me tell you a little about the mobs we'll be catching. We can divide them into 2 categories, friendly and hostile. There's way more of the former, which is good because catching those should be easier. However, there's also the hostile ones, which could pose a slightly bigger challenge because, well, they're hostile and they'll probably try to kill me. Crazy, I know. That being said, I got to cutting down some trees and then got a few more blocks and built a little spot for our copper golem. Yeah, as you can see, it's really nothing crazy, but honestly, the mob we're putting in here isn't anything special either. I mean, he's got light, some buttons to press, and I'm pretty sure that's all he needs. However, there is one more thing to note about the copper golem. As you know, in vanilla Minecraft, we can make an iron golem from 4 blocks of iron and a pumpkin, and also a snow golem from snow blocks and a pumpkin. To make a copper golem, we can place a block of copper, a pumpkin on top of that, and on the pumpkin we can place a lightning rod. And boom, there we go, we've got a copper golem. Of course, he'll behave exactly like the ones over at the village and just press buttons as he pleases. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And just like that, we're done with mob number 1. So since we're already building cages for mobs that are decently close, it would be nice to make one for our dear friend the crab. Okay, here's our crab. So let's just get it over to the other side, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it on land since that might be a little tricky. It took me a fair bit, but I finally did manage to get the little guy into his new home. So since 2 of our mobs are already done, we can get to searching for the next one. But to find it, we're gonna have to go to a warmer biome because from what I know, it spawns in biomes like savanna, desert, mesa, stuff like that. There we go, we found our guy. As you can see, he's just running around, hunting for like bunnies, I think. But before we do anything, let's just check out this desert temple because why not? Maybe we'll find something useful. Okay, there really isn't much in here, but we did find some enchanted books, 2 even, so that's pretty cool. And that's because I will need them to show you something later in the video. So coming back to our friend, this time it's a Savannah variant, which I honestly like more visually. And the little guy actually has some use because if we get an enchanted item, let's say this impaling 2 book, and then right click him, as you can see, he ate the book. And you may be wondering as to why that would ever be useful. I mean, he ate the book, it's gone. Well, if we get an empty bottle and right click our guy, as you can see, that gives us an entire XP bottle. So now that we got our little guy secured, all I have to do now is get him into a boat. And now I just gotta take him home, which might take a little bit, but I think that the moment I get to water is gonna go way quicker. And so I did. After I made it to the nearest river, I managed to go out into the ocean, and after I made it home, I just built a little place for the mob and put it inside. So now that we've got 3 mobs captured, we can get to getting the next one, which is gonna be the Moo Bloom. You may be wondering, what could that possibly be? It's kind of hard to explain, but basically it's kind of like the mushroom, except with flowers, the mushrooms. And I'm pretty sure we can find her in that flower biome, because there's a biome like that, in case you didn't know. So yeah, apparently we can find her flowery cow in one of those. So I had been walking for just a couple of minutes when suddenly, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Well, here we go, here's her suspiciously yellow cow. So now I have to take her home somehow. Let me just get a boat, and when I get to the ocean, it should be smooth sailing from here. Get it? Get it? Oh my god. Of course you had to show up right in front of me. No, oh, don't shoot the cow. What the hell? We gotta go, man. It's dangerous. And so I built a small cage for our cow, and right when I was about to get it inside... Oh wow, a wandering trader. Wake up for me. Honestly, I'll just need one thing from you. 1 leash, 2 leash. And just like that, another mob has been captured. And that makes 4 mobs. Now 6 more and we're good. So I went mining, and I've got to say I got pretty lucky because in just half an hour I mined enough diamonds to make diamond armor, a pickaxe, a sword, and even an enchanting table. Alright, as you can see, I've got diamond armor and I even got to enchant it. To be fair, it's mostly protection 1, but it really doesn't matter. What matters is that we're safer than before. So now it's time to go to the frozen land, also known as the winter biome, because that's where the next mob resides. This time the journey took a little longer than I'd like, but in the end I did manage to find the biome. As you can see, there's a new structure here, and inside of there should be our guy. Let me just dig in, place a boat. Okay, I think he noticed the boat. Oh, there we go, he's in the boat. And that's really good because I just realized that... Hey, wait, no, stop dying, please. Wait, there's 2 of them? Wait, hold on, wait. That's a bit worse. But that's fine because we've got him in a boat. To be fair, I could just kill one of them just because. So let me get a little closer. Oh, okay, that is not what I expected. Why are there 3 of them? What's going on? Okay, for everyone who doesn't know, this is the illusioner. And this means that the ones I saw were most likely illusions, which means that there aren't actually 3 of them. And the other one that's in the boat is just an illusion. Alright, so now that that's out of the way, I've come up with a plan. And oh my god, I look like a hedgehog. I've come up with a plan on how to get this guy out of there and take him home. We're just gonna need a lot of iron. And I was right, this was not at all fun to do. But basically, I mined some iron and wood, and then straight up just built a minecart track leading to my village. Oh my god, finally, I can turn off hitboxes now. As you can see, both the illusioner and the illusion have been transported to this dirt box. And just like that, we should be able to move him into his new house. So let me just break this right here. Oh, there they go. I don't know which one is real, but I think the best course of action is to just leave them both here, just to make sure they don't escape and do something unexpected. And just like that, that makes another mob in my collection. And that's also the first hostile mob on our list. And let me just tell you, I don't want to go through this again. Yes, the minecart method did work, but the time spent doing all of this was just not worth it. And with the sun rising, we can once again go digging because there's still some mobs waiting for us over there. And luckily for us, they're not hostile, so there really shouldn't be much of a problem with capturing those. I've also got leashes, which is going to be super helpful. The first one is Glare, which I'm pretty sure is also one of the more recent ones. But as I said, I keep getting all of them mixed up, so I can't really tell. Anyway, that mob is only located down in the cave, specifically in the lush cave biome. Alright, well, I finally found a lush cave, so now all I need to do is get some of the glowberries and look for the mob we came here for. Well, there we go. I wasn't expecting to find you so fast, but here it is. And if I'm not wrong, if I right click it with the glowberry, we can tame it. And now we just have a little guy. Let me put it on a leash. I'm gonna have to get it out of here. So I dug up a little and there's water here, so I really hope he can swim because we'll have to go through that. Okay, come on. Hey, swim up, man. Okay, we're good. We did it. Okay, so we got it. Also, just look at the eyes, man. They're so cute. Honestly, visually, I think I like this mob the most because functionally, let's be honest, the guy with the big mouth that can hold XP is definitely the most useful so far, but visually, I think this one's the best. Okay, I can see our little zoo, so get over here. You're coming with me. Okay, so I don't really think the Galere is gonna need too much space because in the end, he's just gonna be tied to a fence like that one, but I still want to get it as close as possible to his original environment, so let's put down some clay, tons of moss, of course, some of these carpets, some bushes, and also some cobblestone so it still looks like a cage a bit. And just like that, the cage is ready to be inhabited. And just like that, yet another mob has been caught. I gotta tell you, every time I build a place for one of these mobs, I smile a little because this is pretty cool. I like how every single one of them has it like personalized. Gives it a nice vibe, you know? And it's actually starting to look like a tiny zoo. So now that we've got all of these mobs, we can, who would have expected, get to capturing the next one. So here's the deal. First of all, I need to find a mine shaft, and I'm pretty sure there's one around here, because as you've probably figured out already, that's where the rascal, our next mob, resides. But here's the thing, that mob really likes playing hide and seek. We need to look for it and find it 3 times, after which it gives us a reward and disappears. Also, I just found a name tag that might come in handy. Wait, I see it! And now the moment I look at it, he jumps up a little and disappears. And now that he's disappeared, we need to find him again and then again. No, please don't burn. Don't burn. Oh my god, stop burning. No. Okay, so we found him the second time and now it's gonna disappear and we gotta find him once more. So really the only way of telling where it could be is by listening to its sound. Unfortunately, right now I don't hear any of that, which probably means it's not here, so that sucks. Oh, I heard it, I think. pretty close as well. Is it above us? Maybe, hold on. We found him! Oh, he's gone, okay. Okay, maybe there's a chance that was a different rascal, not the one we found at first, and if that's the case, there's a higher chance of finding one, so that's good. Because I really want to show you how it looks like when you get the reward. Oh, there he is! We got him! Get over here. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And he's gone. So for winning our little game of hide and seek, we got a bundle with 8 iron ore inside, which ain't too bad. Also, I managed to mine 20 diamonds, so that's cool. So now that I've showed you what the rascal is all about, let's wait a little before looking for it again. Instead, let's try and find some iron, because that's the thing we need right now. Because we're gonna need an anvil, just so I can put a name on my name tag, because we'll need that to get our rascal home. And so I made an anvil and then tried to catch our friend. And it took a little time because unfortunately it wasn't going too well. But then, please, yes! Okay, we got him in the boat. Okay, now I gotta be fast with this. Okay, I think we got it because he did make a sound, however, he didn't teleport. Okay, I think we're good. Yes, finally, bro. And I named him the way I did because I decided that I'll name it after the most recent subscriber. And if you still haven't done that, and maybe you'd like to appear in a future vid, make sure to subscribe. Either way, we finally got a rascal. Did I just not take a leash? Or did I? Please tell me I did. I didn't. Of course I didn't. Yeah, why would I do that? Why would I take the most necessary item for this? And so I came back home to get a leash, took our friend home, and built him a very cozy cave. And ladies and gentlemen, here we've got a tiny cave for the rascal. So let's just untie him, and now allow me to welcome you into your new home. And that marks the rascal as done. Our mob collection is starting to look really, really good. And to get the next one, we're gonna have to do something really, really extreme. Well, not really. We're gonna need to find a stronghold, and that's because in the library over there, we'll be able to find the mob we're looking for. But outside of the fact that we're gonna find our mob in there, there's also one more thing I'd like to take care of. That being killing the dragon, because I think an elytra will definitely come in handy later. And so I went to the nether where I got some blaze rods and ender pearls, and I started the search for a stronghold. Okay, we're in the stronghold, now we just need to find a library. It'd also be nice to find a portal, but that's not as important. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a library, and in it, as you can see, we've got this guy. And our guy is no other than the tough golem. But as you can see, he's asleep right now. Well, what could he possibly do? Well, as you can see, he's holding an enchanted book. And when we take it from him, he wakes up. And when we right click on him with a different item, he will hold it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll come and get this guy in a sec, but first, I've got to do something else. First of all, let's mine some of these bookshelves because the books definitely could come in handy later. There we go, I found the portal. Now we just gotta activate it real quick. Jump in, let's break the crystals, and kill the dragon. Go in here, bridge over there real quick, throw a pearl, and just like that, we got our first elytra. Now I can safely jump down, jump into the portal, and appear right here because I set my spawn point beforehand. Now I can put this guy on a leash, and now I just have to get him home. And just like that, we've got another mob in a cage. In this case, I did it so it's also a level 30 enchanting table. Let's also extend the path like so, just so it fits everything else, and I can officially say that we've got only 2 mobs left. And one of these is actually going to be the mob I was looking for when I found the illusioner. So I think it's time we use the XP we got from killing the dragon and try enchanting our armor to level 30. Because you never know, we might get some cool enchants. Also this guy, I so regret putting this guy right next to my stuff. He's so loud. Just keeps yapping and yapping. Oh my god. I can't even get rid of him because, I mean, yeah, he's part of the video, but god is he annoying. Either way, let's use the grindstone just so I can reset my armor, and let's just see what I'm gonna get. Okay, I finally got prot 4, another prot 4, and another prot 4. Aren't I lucky? As you can see, I don't have any rails or minecarts on me. I do, however, have some fireworks on a leash. And that is because for a while now, and I actually found out about this quite recently, the game lets you put a boat on a leash and put a mob inside. And the plan is to use that to capture the next mob, and it might be a little hard, but it's worth trying. Alright guys, I think I got it. That looks like a structure that isn't in the game by default, so let me just put on my chest plate. Okay, I see him. I don't think he sees us quite yet, but I do see him. This is the Iceologer that we were looking for before. He is hostile, so I hope that there is more than one because I don't know if I'll have to fight him. I don't think I will though. Oh, you see that? He's trying to freeze us. There's like ice above me, and it just deals damage. Quite a lot of it actually. I don't think he does anything other than that though. I need to try and put him in a boat. Get over here. Ow, okay, that didn't work. Okay, we go again. It's definitely doable. He's so fast though, so I just gotta be faster than him. Good thing I got the prot 4 because I'm pretty sure I'd be dead if I didn't. Yeah, I gotta run, man. Look at it. I lost half my health. And all that with prot 4 on. Okay, I got him. I got him in a boat. Now, if I'm correct, run up to him, put the belt on a leash. Okay, we got him. We got him. Dude, we're flying. He's still attacking me, though. I should be fine, though, so it's good. But I gotta tell you, the fact that I can do that is so awesome. And we're home. I gotta tell you, even though it was 4,000 blocks, it really didn't take that long. So now let's just put him here for a sec. And for this guy, I decided to build him a little hut for him to live in. So for the last mob, I plan to do something a little different than the rest, because as you can see, all these cages already make kind of a neat shape. And since I don't want to ruin that by building another cage right here, I decided that I'll put the next cage in the ground and just have some glass on top so I can look at it. So let's just dig out a hole, and now that the cage is ready, we just have to go into the nether and try and find a certain thing. That thing being a completely new structure that appears in the nether. And this is the moment my mic stopped working. But basically, I found the citadel, I found this guy, I couldn't put him in a boat because he'd get mad and break it. So I tried using an invisibility potion, that didn't work. So I tried using minecarts, and even used a minecart with a furnace. Does anyone even remember these at this point? And I finally got him into the portal and successfully put him in a cage.